So you mentioned some of the challenges that clients go through. One of them is cold emailing, or cold LinkedIn messages. What are the most common challenges that you've seen with people doing that transition from traditional to tech? Most
Yeah, I
common.
mean, I think just like to touch on the networking one, um, the a lot of the times they're very resistant to reaching out to strangers. Like a lot of people are just used to being like they have this established network and they're quite hesitant to just to reach out to people they don't know. And so really helping them get over that fear early on and really pushing them to say like, this is in the modern job market, you don't really apply for a job and then get an interview. You almost have to be referred to it. And so like trying to help shift that paradigm and then being referred means that you have to have somewhat of a connection or a personal relationship with someone inside the company. And so it does take people a while to break that paradigm. I think the other big challenge is the language piece. Like I use the term translation, but a lot of people, I mean, it's like the fish in water. It's like the language they speak of their industry. They've just been steeped in it for, let's just say, a decade. And so that when they describe what they're describing to me, it makes perfect sense to them. Even I tend to understand it because I worked in the industry, but I'm like, a friend of mine, actually, when I came here, she said, when people in California think of either a gas station or a pump jack in West Texas, when they think of the oil industry, and that was like this, I was like, it was kind of the message I needed to receive. So that's when I made this visual resume, which is just like a picture book of my career. But that alone, I think that was the difference between me getting a job and not. Because every time I did interviews in person, which is a little easier, but it was like that was a method of me translating my experience. When I said I worked on this offshore oil platform that cost $10 billion, but when you show them a picture of what it looks like and you fly there on a helicopter, that just helps crystallize those, like what the complexity or scope of the problems or projects that you're working on.